including voting, tax filing, and healthcare services. This digital infrastructure has streamlined administrative processes, reduced bureaucratic inefficiencies, and enhanced transparency, setting a benchmark for digital governance globally. Similarly, India's Digital India initiative has expanded internet connectivity, promoted digital literacy, and encouraged e-governance, leading to increased economic participation and service delivery efficiency. The growth of India's IT sector has not only contributed to domestic economic development, but has also positioned the country as a global hub for software development and digital services across the world. These examples provide critical lessons for Nigeria, reinforcing the need for policies that promote technological adoption across various sectors. By leveraging technology strategically, Nigeria can drive inclusive growth, foster economic resilience, and transition from crisis to sustainable prosperity. On harnessing technology for Nigeria's transformation, effective policy frameworks, robust legislation, and strong institutional support are essential in fostering technological innovation and driving national development in Nigeria. In Nigeria today, legislative interventions have been instrumental in shaping the digital economy. The recent transmission of tax reform bills to the National Assembly by Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in October 2024 aims to modernize Nigerian tax system, streamline administration, and broaden the tax base to align with global best practices. These bills propose the consolidation of legal frameworks, taxation of digital assets, and measures to curb tax evasion, reflecting a commitment to fiscal transparency and efficiency. The Nigerian Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative has endorsed these reforms, highlighting their potential to positively impact revenue generation and economic opportunities. In the realm of cybersecurity and data protection, Nigeria has established laws such as Cybercrime Prohibition Prevention (ETC) Act of 2015 and the Nigerian Data Protection Regulation of 2019. While these frameworks provide a foundation for safeguarding digital activities, there is the need for continuous updates to address emerging threats and align with international standards. Strengthening these laws will enhance trust in Nigeria's digital ecosystem and promote technological adoption. Investment, indeed, in research and development is crucial for fostering innovation and sustaining economic growth. However, Nigeria's expenditure on research and development remains very low, accounting for only 0.13% of its GDP in 2022. This figure is significantly lower than the global average, and thus compared to countries like South Korea and Israel, which invest over 4% of their GDP in research and development. To bridge this gap, increased funding for university research centers is essential. Enhancing public-private partnership can also play a key role in technological development. collaborations among academic institutions, industry, and government entities contribute significantly to the commercialization of research outputs, thereby fostering economic growth. Notable instances can be observed in the agricultural sector, where cooperative endeavors have resulted in the advancement of enhanced crop varieties and farming techniques. Bridging the digital divide is vital for inclusive development. As of 2022, Nigeria's internet penetration stood at approximately 36%, indicating that a significant portion of the population remains unconnected. This rate is lower than comparable countries with similar populations, such as Indonesia, which boasts an internet penetration rate of 50%. Investment in digital infrastructure is crucial to enhance connectivity. Comparatively, Nigeria's investment in digital infrastructure falls behind other African countries like Kenya and South Africa, which have made significant strides in expanding internet access. Access to affordable technology in rural communities is critical for fostering equitable development. Initiatives such as community internet centers and subsidized data plans serve to enhance digital inclusion, thereby enabling rural populations to engage in the digital economy. The expected role of Nigerian universities in driving technological transformation. The Nigerian universities have historically been beacons of academic excellence, attracting scholars from around the globe. In the mid to late 20th century, these institutions were at the forefront of intellectual discourse, rigorous scholarship, and groundbreaking research. The University of Ibadan was renowned for its academic rigor and contributions to African historiography, with esteemed scholars such as Kenneth Dike, the first African to complete Western historical professional training, instrumental in establishing robust academic traditions. During this golden era, Nigerian universities were not only centers of knowledge, but also hubs of international debate and critical inquiry that shaped national and continental discourse. Ahmadu Bello University Zaria was a key site of this intellectual ferment, hosting some of the most famous ideological debates in Nigerian academic history. Scholars like Yusuf Bungura and Yusuf Bala Usman engaged in intense theoretical discussions that critiqued socio-political structures and sought solutions to Nigeria's development challenges. These debates were not confined to academic circles, but influenced public policy and governance, demonstrating the direct impact of university scholarship on national development. Similarly, the University of Jos attracted leading global intellectuals, including the celebrated Kenyan scholar, Professor Ali Muzrui, who conducted research and taught in Nigeria during the period. His presence alongside other renowned academics underscored the high reputation of Nigerian universities in the global academic community. During the period, Nigerian universities were highly respected across Africa and beyond. They attracted students, researchers, and lecturers from different parts of the world, and their graduates were sought after for leadership positions across the continent. The intellectual vibrancy of these institutions was reflected in their robust research output, active academic praises, and strong connections to global scholarly networks. Unfortunately, over the decades, the prestige of these universities has diminished due to a combination of factors, including inadequate funding, political instability, and brain drain. Today, many Nigerian universities struggle to maintain their positions in continental and global rankings. In the Times Higher Education World University Ranking 2025, only a few Nigerian institutions are listed, with Covenant University being the highest ranked within the 801 to 1,000 bracket globally. Federal University of Technology is ranked. Federal University of Technology is ranked number 1,201 out of 1,500 in the 2025 World University Ranking. A very commendable effort based on Nigerian standard. In contrast, South African universities have maintained stronger positions, with the University of Cape Town leading in Africa at 180th globally. Stellenbosch University and the University of Witwatersrand are placed in the 301 to 350 bracket. Egyptian institutions also perform comparatively better, with the Japan University of Science and Technology ranked in the 501 to 600 bracket. These disparities underscore the challenges Nigerian universities face in maintaining competitive standards and highlight the urgent need for reforms to restore their former academic excellence. The curricula of Nigerian universities have long been criticized for their lack of alignment with industry requirements, a challenge that continues to hinder the employability of graduates. Many academic programs remain rooted in colonial-era educational frameworks, emphasizing theoretical knowledge over practical industry-relevant skills. This misalignment has resulted in significant skill gaps, with a 2022 report by the National Bureau of Statistics revealing that only 17% of Nigerian graduates possess the technical and vocational skills demanded by employers. The persistence of outdated curricula, coupled with an overemphasis on paper qualification, has created a workforce that lacks essential real-world competencies such as critical thinking, problem solving, and digital literacy. A 2023 study by the British Council found that 60% of Nigerian employers reported dissatisfaction with the quality of graduates, citing inadequate preparation for the modern workforce as a major concern. This disconnect is further exacerbated by discrepancies in curricula across institutions, which create inconsistencies in educational standards and graduate outcomes. For instance, while some universities have begun incorporating technology and entrepreneurship courses into their programs, many continue to rely on outdated syllabi that fail to address emerging trends in fields such as artificial intelligence, renewable energy, and data science. The lack of standardized examination across Nigerian universities and other tertiary institutions further compound these challenges. Unlike countries such as the United Kingdom, where standardized tests like the A-levels ensure uniformity in educational assessment, Nigerian higher education system lacks a cohesive framework for evaluating student performance. This inconsistency makes it difficult to objectively rate students' excellence and compare academic achievements across institutions. According to a 2021 report by the Association of African Universities, the absence of standardized examination has contributed to varying degrees of academic rigor and quality, undermining the credibility of Nigerian degrees in the global job market. Standardized testing will not only ensure uniformity in academic standards, but also provide a fair and transparent mechanism for assessing students' competence, thereby enhancing the employability of graduates. I'm sure members of the academic circle understand what I'm saying. A 2-1 graduate of one university may be a first-class graduate of another. A 2-1 of one university can be a third class in another university, because we don't have a standardized system. So you cannot be able to comprehensively say whether grade matters anymore in our graduates, because they come from different universities, their examinations are prepared differently, mode of marking is different, so you can't be able to say at the end of the day who qualifies to be a 2-1 or who qualifies to be a first-class graduate. It's only dependent on the university. So the time has come as a challenge to all the universities in Nigeria. Let there be common examinations, at least at graduate level. Let there be one common. If it is accounting, let the paper be the same for all the grades being portrayed by some universities are really true, and they can stand the test of time. In Nigeria, there exists a pervasive belief that university degrees are inherently superior to diplomas from technical polytechnics and colleges. This perception has led to an overwhelming demand for university admissions, often at the expense of technical and vocational education. Consequently, there is an erosion of technical skills essential for industrial development. Ironically, many universities graduates find themselves pursuing vocational skills after graduation, such as hairdressing, makeup artistry, and catering, that could have been more comprehensively acquired through technical education. schools are integrated to driving industrial innovation. Nigeria must learn from such models by strengthening its technical education sector to meet industry demands. The declining quality of graduates from Nigerian universities is a reflection of a broader systemic issues, particularly the insufficient number and lack of quality of academic staff. Nigeria faces a significant shortage of qualified lecturers, with the lecturer-to-student ratio far exceeding global standards. According to the National University Commission, the average lecturer-to-student ratio in Nigerian university is 1:90, compared to the global benchmark of 1 lecturer to 15 students, recommended by the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. This overcrowding severely limits the ability of lecturers to provide personalized attention and quality instruction, undermining the learning experience for students. The shortage of qualified academic staff is further exacerbated by inadequate remuneration and limited opportunities for professional development. A 2022 report by the Academic Staff Union of Universities revealed that over 60% of Nigerian lecturers earn below the living wage. Leading to low morale and brain drain, as many seek better opportunities abroad. This has resulted in a situation where underqualified and overburdened lecturers are tasked with delivering quality education, often without the necessary resources or training. For instance, a study by the World Bank found that only 35% of Nigerian lecturers possess PhD qualifications, compared to the global average of 70%, highlighting a significant gap in academic expertise. Compounding these challenges is the commercialization of education, which has led to unethical practices such as exchanging grades for money or sexual favors. A 2023 survey by Transparency International revealed that 40% of Nigerian university students reported experiencing or witnessing some form of academic corruption, including bribery and sexual harassment. These practices not only tarnish the integrity of academic institutions, but also erode public trust in the quality of education being delivered. The consequences of these systemic issues are evident in the poor performance of Nigerian universities in global rankings. Furthermore, the lack of qualified lecturers has contributed to a skills gap among graduates, with employers reporting that only 20% of Nigerian university graduates meet the competency requirements for entry-level positions in Britain. To address these challenges, there is an urgent need for targeted interventions, including increased funding for higher educations, improved remuneration for academic staff, and expanded opportunities for professional development. Additionally, stricter enforcement of ethical standards and the implementation of transparent evaluation system could help curb academic corruption and restore the integrity of Nigerian universities. By investing in the quality and quantity of academic staff, Nigeria can improve the standard of education enhanced. Nigeria universities face chronic underfunding, which has severely impacted infrastructure, research capabilities, and overall educational quality. While the expansion of universities aim to increase access to higher education, it often leads to stretched resources and diminished quality. A more strategic approach would focus on enhancing existing institutions through improved funding and resource allocation, drawing lessons from successful funding models employed by universities globally and within Africa. Globally, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, universities adopt diverse funding models that reduce reliance on government allocations. In the United Kingdom, higher education funding is a shared responsibility between taxpayers and graduates. The government covers approximately 35% of teaching costs, while graduates contribute 65% through tuition fees and loans. Additionally, the UK government allocates around £6 billion annually to support research in higher education, with universities also generating significant income from private donations, endowments, and research grants. Similarly, in the United States, universities rely on a mix of government funding, private donations, endowments, and income from research grants. For example, Harvard University's endowment stood at $53.2 billion in 2023, providing a stable financial base for its operation and research initiatives. Ladies and gentlemen, Harvard University's budget is greater than almost the whole entire budget of West African countries. As you can see here, one university. We can see how countries that are serious on education are investing in education. In Africa, several universities have successfully diversified their funding sources to reduce dependence on government allocations. The University of Cape Town in South Africa, for instance, generates over 60% of its revenue from non-governmental sources, including tuition fees, research grants, and partnership with private sector organizations. UCT's research funding alone reached 2.3 billion rand, which is equivalent to $120 million in 2023, enabling it to maintain world-class research facilities and attract top-tier faculty. This, from what I just mentioned, one institution in South Africa, their budget is more than the whole entire budgets of all the public, federally held public universities in Nigeria. Similarly, Makerere University in Uganda has implemented a public-private partnership model, leveraging collaborations with international organizations and private companies to fund infrastructure projects and research initiatives. In 2022, Makerere secured £15 million in research grants from organizations such as Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the World Bank, significantly boosting its research output and institutional capacity. In contrast, Nigerian universities remain heavily reliant on government funding, which is often inadequate and irregular. According to the National University Commission, government allocations to universities cover less than 30% of their operational needs, leaving institutions to struggle with outdated facilities, insufficient research funding, and poor staff welfare. This over-reliance on government funding has stifled innovation and limited the ability of universities to compete globally. To address these challenges, Nigerian universities must diversify their funding streams by actively seeking research grants, forging partnerships with the private sector organizations, and exploring alternative revenue sources such as endowments and alumni contributions. For instance, the University of Lagos has begun to adopt this approach in securing partnership with companies like MTN and Shell to fund infrastructure projects and research initiatives. However, more needs to be done to scale these efforts across higher education sector. By emulating successful funding models from the UK, US, and leading African universities, Nigerian institutions can reduce dependence on government funding, improve infrastructure, and enhance research capabilities. This shift would elevate the quality of education and position Nigerian universities as globally competitive institutions capable of driving innovation and economic development. To drive technological transformation, Nigerian universities must prioritize education in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, what is usually known in the academic world as STEM, as well as emerging fields like artificial intelligence and digital literacy. These can be achieved by updating curricula to include contemporary technological advancements, investing in modern laboratories and research facilities, and fostering partnership with industry stakeholders to ensure educational programs align with current and future market needs. Additionally, integrating digital literacy across all disciplines will equip students with the skills necessary to thrive in an increasingly digital world. In all, Nigerian universities have a vital role in the nation's technological advancement, addressing challenges related to curriculum relevance, perceptions of technical education, faculty quality, funding, and the prioritization of STEM and digital literacy is essential. Through comprehensive reforms and strategic investment, these institutions can reclaim their former glory and serve as catalysts for Nigeria's technological transformation. In Nigeria, the collaboration between universities and industries remains underdeveloped, hindering the nation's capacity for innovation and economic growth. A study by Oyelaran, Oyeyinka, and Adebowale highlights that the types, intensity, and impact of such collaborations are limited, with both universities and firms engaging minimally with each other. This weak linkage results in graduates who are often ill-prepared for industry demands and a lack of industry-driven research initiatives. Factors contributing to this inefficiency include a lack of interest from industries, limited awareness of the benefits of collaboration, and inadequate institutional frameworks to facilitate partnership. Other aspects include encouraging research/commercialization partnership. To bridge the gap between academia and industry, fostering research commercialization partnership is very essential. Such collaboration can lead to the development of innovative products and services, driving economic transformation. For instance, Nigerian conglomerates like Dangote Group and telecommunication giants such as MTN Nigeria could partner with universities to find research in areas like material science, telecommunication, and information technology. This partnership will not only enhance the practical relevance of academic research, but also provide industries with cutting-edge solutions and a pipeline of skilled graduates. Given the limitations of government in providing employment, the private sector's role becomes crucial. By investing in university research and development, industries can cultivate a workforce tailored to their needs, thereby reducing unemployment and fostering economic growth. Another area of interest to the universities is incubation hubs for tech-driven entrepreneurship. The Nigerian government has limited efforts to promote tech-driven entrepreneurship through the establishment of technology incubation centers. These centers aim to support startups by providing workforce, financial aid, networks, and mentoring. However, these initiatives often lack systematic implementation and scalability, limiting their impact on the broader entrepreneurial ecosystem. To ensure this effectiveness, Nigeria can draw lessons from successful models in other countries, where well-structured innovation hubs have created vibrant ecosystems by fostering collaboration among startups, investors, and academia. Other notable example is Kenya's iHub, which has become a cornerstone of the country's tech ecosystem. Since its launch in 2010, iHub has supported over 1,000 startups, facilitated $40 million in investment, and created more than 10,000 jobs. Its success lies in its ability to connect entrepreneurs with mentors, investors, and global networks while offering training programs and access to cutting-edge technologies. Similarly, Rwanda's K-Lab has emerged as a leading innovation hub, providing startups with co-working spaces, mentorship, and access to funding. Since its inception, K-Lab has incubated over 200 startups, with several securing international investment and expanding their operations across Africa. Beyond Africa, countries like Israel and the United States offer valuable lessons in fostering tech-driven entrepreneurships. Israel's Startup Nation initiative has transformed the country into a global innovation powerhouse with over 6,000 startups and a thriving venture capital ecosystem. The government's proactive approach, including tax incentives, R&D grants, and the establishment of innovation hubs like Tel Aviv's SOSA has been instrumental in this success. In 2022 alone, Israeli startups raised $25 billion in funding, accounting for 20% of the country's GDP. In the United States, Silicon Valley remains the global standard for tech entrepreneurship, with its ecosystem of venture capital firms, accelerators, and world-class universities like Stanford and UC Berkeley driving innovation. In 2023, Silicon Valley startups raised over $100 billion in funding, accounting for nearly 40% of total venture capital investment in US. Empowering the next generation of innovators. Empowering students with funding, mentorship, and practical experience is vital for nurturing future innovators. Providing financial support and mentorship for student-led startups can stimulate entrepreneurial activities within universities. Programs like Tony Elumelu Foundation Entrepreneurship Program offers grants and mentorship to young African entrepreneurs, serving as a model that Nigerian universities can emulate. Additionally, expanding internship opportunities in tech-related fields allows students to gain hands-on experience, bridging the gap between theoretical knowledge and practical application. Collaboration between universities and tech companies can facilitate such internship, ensuring that graduates are well equipped to meet industry demands. In summary, strengthening university-industry collaboration in Nigeria requires deliberate efforts to foster research commercialization partnership, enhance incubation hubs, and empower students through funding and practical experience. By addressing these areas, Nigeria can harness the potential of its academic institutions and industries to drive technological transformation and economic development. How do we chart Nigeria's digital future and to harness the technology for national development and the next steps forward? This is what I have for you. Nigeria presents a substantial opportunity to utilize technology as a driving force for economic growth and sustainable development. Achieving this vision necessitates coordinated efforts among government agencies, the private sector, academic institutions, and the nation's engaged youth. Government is crucial in creating an environment conducive to innovation and investment. Implementing enabling policies is paramount. The National Digital Economy Policy and Strategy, launched in 2019, aims to reposition the Nigerian economy to take advantage of the many opportunities that digital technologies provide. This strategy underscores the government's commitment to integrating digital innovation across various sectors. Strengthening digital infrastructure and governance is of paramount importance. Investment in broadband expansion and e-governance platforms are critical for unlocking Nigeria's digital potential. Such strategic investment not only enhance connectivity, but also stimulate economic growth by facilitating efficient service delivery and fostering innovation. The private sector plays a private role in advancing technological progress and economic diversification. Increasing investment in technology is a pivotal step. For instance, companies like MoneyPoint, a Nigerian fintech firm, exemplify the significance of substantial financial commitments, having secured a $110 million to broaden digital payment and banking solutions across Africa. These investments strengthen the tech ecosystem and mitigate infrastructure deficiencies within the financial sector. Supporting local startups present an additional pathway for private sector involvement. Initiatives such as technology incubators and accelerators offer emerging entrepreneurs essential resources and mentorship, thereby nurturing local talent and promoting innovation. These platforms are indispensable for transforming innovative concepts into viable business ventures, ultimately propelling economic transformation. Academic institutions serve as a foundation of research and development and are pivotal in enhancing science, technology, engineering, mathematics, education, privatization, and education. Privatization of research and development encompasses not only the acquisition of funding, but also the cultivation of an innovative culture within universities. Enhancing STEM education is imperative for engaging students with the skills necessary to succeed in a technology-driven landscape. Nigerian universities must rise to this challenge by envisaging and developing a Nigerian innovation corridor that fosters collaboration between academia, industry, and government. By positioning themselves as drivers of technological transformation, Nigerian institutions can create a thriving ecosystem that competes globally and propels the nation into a future powered by innovation. The youth of Nigeria represent an invaluable asset to the nation. They exemplify qualities of intelligence, resilience, and a strong inclination towards innovation, particularly in the realm of technology. It is essential to leverage digital tools for personal development and entrepreneurial ventures. Young Nigerians are encouraged to utilize online learning platforms, engage in coding boot camps, and participate actively in technology communities to enhance their skills and entrepreneurial capabilities. The imperative for youth engagement is more pressing than ever, particularly in a rapidly evolving global economy, driven by technology and innovation. The Nigerian government, indeed, under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, has demonstrated its commitment to fostering an environment that supports young innovators through various initiatives. These initiatives aim to promote technological advancement by implementing policies that facilitate access to funding, mentorship programs, and platforms that stimulate innovation and entrepreneurship. A significant step in this direction is the increased allocation for technology and innovation in the 2024 and 2025 national budgets. In the 2024 budget, the government allocated 250 billion, approximately $320 million, to the technology and innovation sector, marking a 35% unprecedented increase from the previous year. This funding is earmarked for initiatives such as the National Digital Economy Strategy, the establishment of innovation hubs, and grants for tech startups through the Federal Ministry of Finance. Additionally, the 2025 budget proposal includes a further increase of 300 billion, equivalent to $385 million, allocated to support research and development, digital infrastructure, and youth-focused entrepreneurship programs. These investments reflect the government's recognition of technology as a critical driver of economic growth and job creation. To ensure the effective utilization of these funds, the government has launched programs such as the Nigerian Innovation Fund, which provides seed funding and grants to young tech entrepreneurs. In its first year of operation, the fund disposed 10 billion naira, equivalent to $12.8 million to entrepreneurs. To over 500 startups, enabling them to develop innovative solutions in sectors such as fintech, agri-tech, and health tech. Furthermore, partnership with private sector stakeholders, including global tech giants like Google and Microsoft, have been established to provide mentorship, training, and access to global markets for Nigerian startups. These efforts are already yielding positive results. For instance, the number of tech startups in Nigeria increased by 25% in 2023, with the sector attracting over $1.5 billion in venture capital investments, according to the African Private Equity and Venture Capital Association. Platforms like the Lagos Tech Fair and the Abuja Innovative Summit have also provided young innovators with opportunities to showcase their ideas, network with investors, and gain visibility on the global stage. By prioritizing youth engagement and increasing funding for technology and innovation, the Nigerian government is laying the foundation for a more inclusive and dynamic economy. These initiatives empower young Nigerians to harness their creative potential and position the country as a hub for innovation and entrepreneurship in Africa. Conclusion. Distinguished guests, esteemed faculty, proud families, and above all, our graduates. Today marks not just the completion of an academic journey, but the beginning of a new chapter that will define the trajectory of your careers and, more importantly, the future of Nigeria. As we stand at the crossroads of history, one truth is indisputable. Technology will determine whether we move forward with purpose or remain stagnant. Across the world, nations that have embraced technological innovation are setting the pace in economic growth, security, governance, and social development. Nigeria must do the same if you want to remain relevant. Technology is no longer an abstract concept. It is the foundation upon which modern economics are built. As shown throughout this paper, countries that have invested in research, digital infrastructure, and industrial innovation are reaping the benefits of high productivity, competitive economies, and resilient governance structures. Nigeria has no reason to lag behind. The opportunities before us are vast, from artificial intelligence to smart agriculture, from financial technology to biotechnology. We have the resources and talent to lead Africa's digital revolution. What is missing is the urgency and deliberate action to make it happen. I wish to therefore make it clear to the graduates of this esteemed institution that you are stepping into a world where competence, not paper credentials, determines success. The knowledge you have gained here must not be stored in certificates, but applied in ways that solve real-world problems. The responsibility of changing the narrative of Nigeria's technological advancement rests with you people. Will you take your place as pioneers in artificial intelligence, digital finance, cybersecurity, and sustainable energy, or will you simply join the ranks of those who lament the state of the nation? The choice is clear. Every great transformation in history has been led by those who refuse to accept mediocrity, who defied the odds, and who saw the opportunities where others saw obstacles. You are now in that position to determine your destiny. Nigeria possesses significant potentials. However, the absence of effective structure prevents the potential from translating into impactful outcomes. This critical moment calls for not only optimizing, but decisive action from all sectors. The collective responsibility of the government, private sector, and academia is to formulate and implement policies and initiatives that nurture innovation and encourage investment in technology. Together, these entities must recognize that long-term sustainability is intricately linked to their ability to adapt and integrate with emerging trends and challenges. Universities must rise beyond outdated teaching models and become centers of cutting-edge research. If the world-based universities are aligning themselves with industry to drive economic growth, why should Nigerian universities not be at the forefront of Africa's technological transformation? It is time for universities in this country to rethink their purpose, not just as institutions that confer degrees, but as incubators of ideas that shape economies. A heartfelt thank you to the families, mentors, and faculty members who have played a pivotal role in shaping today's graduates. Your dedication to these young minds is a powerful contribution to Nigeria's future, and we truly appreciate the sacrifices you have been making. Dear graduates, you are about to embark on a journey filled with great responsibility. Please know that a solid foundation of support is firmly in place to guide you along the way. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration is actively fostering an environment where innovation, entrepreneurship, and digital transformation will flourish. Remember, while viable government policies and initiatives exist, your drive, creativity, and determination will truly propel you forward. This country does not need passive observers. It needs thinkers, builders, and leaders. It needs those who break barriers, defy conventions, and set new standards. Do not wait for change to happen. Be the architect of it. The future of Nigeria will not be determined in distant boardrooms or foreign capitals. It will be shaped by what you do with your talents, your knowledge, and your ambition. Congratulations, class of 2025. Now go and build the future of Nigeria. Nigeria deserves the best of you. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Yes, a standing ovation for the convocation lecturer talking about Right Honorable Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives, Right Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, PhD, GCON, for that wonderful lecture on From Crisis to Prosperity, Harnessing Technology to Drive Nigeria's Transformation Agenda. You heard his last words, words of wisdom, words of encouragement to the class of 2023-2024 that will be convoking tomorrow at the Suleiman Ukumo Convocation Square. He asked them to go forth into the world, as it were, and conquer using technology. In the course of his lecture, he said so many things. He talked about how Nigeria now has an opportunity to utilize technology as a driving force for economic growth and sustainable development by improving on coordinated efforts among government agencies, the private sector, academic institutions, as well as through youth engagement. He also underscored the role of innovators, as they are responsible for research development, which goes a long way in ensuring sustainable transformation. He described Nigerian youth as invaluable assets to the country, hence the need for them to participate actively in technological activities to enhance capacity. He listed a number of initiatives by the present administration for innovative youths, by he mentioned some of them to include innovation hubs, as well as the Nigerian Innovation Fund, which has disbursed a total of 10 billion naira in its first year to over 500 startups. So there you have it. We'll be going through some of what the speaker said in the course of the convocation lecture later, but we are trying to get ready for the next phase of this event, which will be a question and answer session. But right now, students want to present a plaque of appreciation to the speaker.
The president of the Student Union of the prestigious and monumental Federal University of Technology, MENA, the #1 specialized university in Nigeria and Sub-Saharan Africa. I am standing before this audience today without equivocation to recognize the developmental impact of an outstanding individual, a man of valor and integrity, to present to Right Honorable Dr. Tajuddin Abbas, GCON, the Speaker of the House of Representatives and of the Federal University of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, an award of appreciation as a little token of our appreciation for the impact and support Nigerian students specifically have enjoyed with a short period of your stay in office. I want to tell you without any doubt or fear of consequence that the entire students of Federal University of Technology, MENA, are proud that you are projecting the image of Nigeria in the best light and beyond. This award is presented in recognition of your invaluable contributions to the passage of the Students' Loan Act, a landmark legislation that paves the way for accessible and affordable education for Nigerian students and many others. Your dedication to educational advancement and youth empowerment is truly commendable, sir. Thank you very much.
On your mandate we shall stand. On your mandate we shall stand. On your mandate. On your mandate. On your mandate we shall stand of the greater Supremo. Supremo Kiki.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my privilege to most respectfully invite the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman Governing Council to be supported by the Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Farouk Aramukuta, to present the University memento to Mr. Speaker, the Right Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, GCON. Mr. Chairman, sir.
Thank you very much.
This is a live transmission broadcast.
Mr. Speaker, sir, much has been said, and like the VC said, you know, the Speaker has spoken, so there is no need to speak again. But we still have the responsibility to round this up. You will agree with me that our Speaker, the Right Honorable, now is a double doctor, because what he did here is like a visa for another PhD. So we are already awarding him another ceremonial PhD, so he's doctor now. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. We don't take this for granted, and also thank you for the very high level, entourage that you brought with you. We truly appreciate, and thank you very much for your time. We are very, very grateful. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, sir. Thank you, Vice Chancellor, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor and privilege to most respectfully invite the Governor of Niger State, His Excellency Farmer Mohammed Umaru Bago, represented by the Deputy Governor, Comrade Yakubu Garuba. Your Excellency, sir, for the vote of thanks.
The Right Honorable Speaker, Federal House of Representatives, the National Assembly members, Pro-Chancellor, the Vice Chancellor, members of the university communities, and indeed the entire people of Niger State. I stand on behalf of our Principal, the former Governor, to thank you most sincerely for taking your time to be with us, despite your tight schedules. Indeed, we can say that actually the lecture was in-depth, but it was more sound as lecture in the class for the students, because I don't think that actually that paper will allow me this night to sleep. I just have to go through it to actually have some comparisons in terms of Nigerian status in policies driving. We thank you, and we thank the university for creating this opportunity to bring the speaker first visit to Niger State in his life. Yes, it's a rare privilege for us to meet him one-on-one, and we have learned much from his presentation. We thank you, and we thank the university community. We're looking forward tomorrow for our own occasion. We say goodbye to all the families and the students. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. With the vote of thanks, we have come to the end of the program, but not before the anthems. DJ, if you are set, please let's all be on our feet. We'll have the anthems in reverse order.
We are now about to observe the closing of the convocation lecture, the 33rd convocation lecture, by rendition of the university anthem, which will be followed by the rendition of the national anthem.
Your name on high, your cities to set the pace for others. Excellence is your goal. Federal United Mina Niger State, a citadel of learning, technological advancement of our land is your primary goal. To build a self-reliant force of sound mind and moral, who will make our nation relevant in global development. Few take me now, we lift your flag up high. The pride of Nigeria you are, and you will ever be. Our love for you will see. Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all and proud to serve our sovereign fatherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace or battle honored, and this we count as gain. To hang unto our children a banner without stain. Oh God of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build our nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty Nigeria may be blessed.
The national anthem brings us officially to the end of this 33rd convocation lecture titled Harnessing Technology to Drive Nigeria's Transformation Agenda, delivered by Right Honorable Weber Statudeen, PhD, GCON, Speaker, House of Representatives, Federal Republic of Nigeria. He said a lot in the course of the lecture. He introduced the concept of Nigeria's socio-economic challenges and talked about theoretical and empirical perspectives on technology-driven transformation. Gave empirical evidence on the role of technology in national development, making references to countries like South Korea, Rwanda, India, China, and talked about Rwanda's integration of ICT in governance and business. He also mentioned the role of digital governance in public sector transformation, blockchain in public finance management in developing countries, the transformative power of technology, and the role of Nigerian universities in driving technological transformation. In case you're wondering, you're not hearing Sijuola, my co-commentator, is at the other end of the auditorium trying to do what we call in journalism ambush interview of the honorable speaker. So any moment from now you will be hearing from Sijuola as she tries to interview the speaker. I just got word that that might not happen, so I expect you all to join me at the commentary position anytime from now. The day is fast spent, and I guess the speaker is about to retire to his place of accommodation as provided by the university. The speaker did not come alone. He came with a powerful delegation from the National Assembly, so we can understand why we cannot bring you that brief interview outdoor. Again, it's been commentary from the University Auditorium, main campus, Gideon Kwano, on the 33rd Convocation lecture titled Harnessing Technology to Drive Nigeria's Transformation. The event today is or was the penultimate event in a series of activities lined up to commemorate this year's 42nd Founders Day and 33rd Convocation ceremonies. The grand finale of all these activities will come up tomorrow as early as 10 a.m. at the Suleiman Ukumo Convocation Square, where we have degrees and awards conferred on undergraduate, postgraduate, as well as honorary doctorate awards to some eminent personalities in the society. It will be brought to you live as well tomorrow on Search FM 92.3 Campus Radio, as well as Search TV on YouTube. On behalf of the technical guys here present, I'd like to appreciate everyone who's made this transmission from the auditorium sources. It's been fun, and I hope tomorrow would be a better day of broadcast from the convocation proper. Over to the studio.
This is a live transmission broadcast of Search 92.3.